Okay, I have 1 teaspoon right in there.
And oil in there, no?
Say again?
Is there any oil?
Oh, okay, very good. There's no oil in this one, but you can put in the oil in there. While you're blending it, I'll be with you. So instead of putting your water in there, you can put oil in there. You can, but you should not. Reason: this recipe might not need any oil in there, but you're adding as a default. Don't do this. And these things, garlic, ginger paste, ginger paste, chopped garlic, chopped ginger, those things are available in grocery store these days. I do not recommend you to buy it. Why? Because some of them has oil in there, vinegar, lemon juice, preservatives, chemicals. I have no idea what is in there, because they need to can it. They need to preserve it for some time. And they need to come up with something which does not go bad in your fridge, because spend your 5, 6, 10 bucks on it, and if you live in a fridge and goes bad in a week or so you're not going to be very happy with that one. But when you're doing yourself, you know what you're doing and how to preserve that one. Make your own garlic and ginger, make your own proportion what you like, and this does not last you in the fridge more than 4 or 5 days. What happens after 4 or 5 days? Does it go bad? No, it does not go bad. It's going to start changing its color. Sometimes it looks blue, or it might look green. Anybody has seen a blue garlic in the pantry? You ever see the blue garlic? If you leave the garlic a certain period and start turning blue, the same thing if you got same thing as garlic ginger paste start turning blue or green. Does it go bad? Is the blue garlic is bad? No, it's not. It's not a bad. Only thing it looks bad and we think, oh, it's not good. We just chuck it because it's cheap. But we don't throw a blue cheese out because that's expensive. That's same as fungus in there, but this is not even fungus. This is just a dehydrated. It starts changing its color. But anyway. So, make your own. What you do after a week or so, when I say it's not going to last you more than that, put it in an ice cube tray, freeze it, take it out, put it in a freezer bag, so leave it in there, and anytime you need to cook, take a 1 cube out, put it in there, and you're good to go. Cheap, inexpensive, and you know what's in there. And it's according to your own proportion. Fair enough? Okay? Alright. So, this is a garlic and ginger paste. Next one, I need some spices in there to flavor it. Exactly. Okay? How I'm going to use my spices? Number 1, in my recipe I just said it, just put a little cumin powder in it. Right now I'm not going to do cumin powder, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to change it. Is anything that's going to change? Yeah. It's going to change a little flavor. How that changes? That's what I want to hear. That's what you want to know. I'll tell you right now. I said put a cumin powder in there, which is right here, and I'm not doing it. Instead, I'm doing right here broiled cumin instead. What is a broiled cumin now? What is a broiling? What is broiling?
Toasting. Brown.
Brown.
Toasted.
Toasting. Anybody else? Roast. Yes. You all are right. But every single thing is not same. Every single thing is not same. These are all method of cooking. These are, there are 2 methods of cooking. One is a roasting, and one is somebody said broiling. It's very, very close to each other. You know what's the difference between a broiling and a roasting? Say again? Broiling is hot, okay.
Roast is all around the circulate all around the whole part.
Yes. A little bit more to it.
Boiling is just from the top.
Okay. Major technical difference between a roasting and a broiling. Roasting gets done in the presence of fat. When I'm doing any roasting, you always have some fat with it. When you're doing broiling, just without the fat. Gets it dry. Roasting basically is called broiling. Somebody said toasting back there. Toasting is not an authentic method of cooking, but it's the same thing. When you're doing spices, you do not use that broiler because it's going to go everywhere. Then you use a frying pan, put in a frying pan, and when you're doing tossing it, you call it toasting. Toasting, I did not use that word. The reason I did not use that word because it's not an authentic method of cooking. Otherwise, it's very much the same. If you're doing in a pan, if you're doing a broiling in a pan, it becomes toasting. If you're doing a broiling in your with a direct heat or in an oven or wherever, that is called broiling. Okay, same thing in the method of cooking, like steaming, boiling, and poaching. They're all different. They're all different a little bit. If somebody wants to know, ask me later. So we're not going to take anybody else's time. Okay, so now it's right here, broiled cumin.
Good.
Okay. Okay. Who else on there? Not? Okay. Everybody said, oh. Only she's the one who said it. Oh, wow. Now it's done. Anything changed? What did it change? Flavor was a lot more sharper. What did I do?
Use the oils.
Only thing, I just crushed it. Soon as I crushed it, and the flavor changed. Why? Because soon as you crush your spices, its oil start coming out and gives you different flavor, and all the flavor comes out. Okay? Now, I just showed you just crushing. It created a brand new flavor. Then roasting or broiling created a new flavor. Then it's a raw. Then it's a powder. And this. I'm going to pass you around. I'm not just saying it. I'm going to prove it to you guys. Just smell it. Try it. Even if you want to taste it, just go ahead and do it. What happens? What I'm trying to tell you right here, method of cooking makes a major and huge difference, which I started right in the beginning. These things are very, very important. Same spice, if you're using as in a raw cumin, it gives you a different flavor. If you use a powdered cumin, give you a different flavor. Broiled one gives a different flavor. If you fry it, give you a different. So if you change the method of cooking for only one spice, it's going to give you so many different flavors. Now, if you 10, 12, 15 different spices and 5 or 6 different method of cooking, so if you use 1 or 2 method of cooking or combination of cooking methods, and all my engineer friends will tell you, you know how many permutation and combinations you can create? Thousands. Thousands of it. So, just one curry powder? No. You create your own combination of spices, what you like, depending on the recipe, what you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to cook. If you create your own, you do not have to have one curry powder, you have thousands of it. Thousands and thousands of it. So only thing, what I was trying to teach you right here, only in this small segment, how to use spices. Okay? Number 2, I'm going to repeat the same thing one more time with my new spice right here, which I did not put in the recipe. You put it in there, but I'm doing it. I'm adding one more ingredient to it. So instead of this, some of my friends right here sitting right there, they say, you know why you're putting so many of these spices? You know what? I love thyme. It's so good. It's so good. I just love it. Somebody, oh, basil is my favorite, so close to my heart. Can I put it in there? Sure. If you like basil, put it in there. Regardless what the chef said when he created this recipe for the vegetable pakora, he did not have the basil, he didn't put it in there because it wasn't available around here, wherever he was living. So when he was creating that recipe, that ingredient wasn't there, so he did not use it. But if you like it, if you like thyme or basil or rosemary, or put it in there. Change your recipe according to yourself because you like it. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing changing one more. Right here, I have the coriander seeds right here. Coriander seeds, I'm just using a whole coriander seed at this point. Okay, so now they know the exercise which I did before. So they smell it, and now they're going, oh, we didn't smell anything. But probably they smell a little bit because they know the exercise. What I'm doing, again, I'm repeating the same process what I've done before. I'm crushing it. I just crushed it. Made any difference? Made any difference? You don't try it too? You didn't try before, but now you can tell the difference. What was the whole coriander seed smell like? Soon as you crushed it. Oh, of course, I'm sorry. Yeah? So as soon as I crushed it, I did not do anything. This is not even method of cooking. The only thing, I just crushed it. Crushing what I did, it released this oil and all the flavors came out. Very simple and straightforward. No, same thing. If this coriander seed, if you're using a whole is different, crushed is whole different, broiled is different, fried is different, powder is different. So any shape or form, if you're going to use this ingredient, it's going to give you brand new flavor. How are you going to use it? What method of cooking you're going to use is your call. Method of cooking is very, very important, which I'll keep repeating all the way through. Okay? These are two. Next one, very, very important. I did not put it in my recipe, but it's my secret. But you are here today, I'm going to tell you what is my secret. My secret of most of my cooking is my garam masala. You're talking about mixed spice mixes? My garam masala. What is so special about this one? Because I make it. Special about it? Because I made it. No, it's not special? Oh, it's very special. It's not because I made it. The reason it's so special, because the most of the garam masalas are available in a grocery store. What those are? Those are gets done with some commercial people. They have few spices and put it in there. They have no clue what those spices, how they behave next to what spice, and what proportion should go one next to what spice, and how much, and what shape or form. Right? So this one we have perfected for over the long period of my career, more than 3 decades. So we know what goes next to what, and I create my own garam masala. I'm going to pass around for you guys to smell it, and and I packed it for you guys. If somebody is really connoisseur, want to try it, and you can pack it, buy it on end of the class as well. You know, this is how many people watch Ambre Lagasse? So you know, he's still around. What's this thing? Bam! And that's my bam.
Do you know why he does that?
What was that?
Do you know why he does that?
No.
Because when they started recording, it was very early in the morning, and his cameraman was fall asleep. Oh. So he did that to wake him up.
Exactly. To wake up. Is everybody awake now? Or do it one more time? So, no, that just became like staple. I don't know where it started, but it's good. It's very nice. That's his style. It looks good. Sounds good. Everybody likes it. So, the point I was trying to make, that's one of his staple thing, and this is one of my staple I use everywhere else. And you won't believe it, every time I just make it, this garam masala, and anybody's walking on the street, I have seen people stopping by. What are you guys are doing in here? It's smelling all over, because my hood fan is right there, goes in the street, it smells all over the street. It's very, very different. So I'm passing it around for you to smell it and just try it if somebody want to taste it as well. So this was my Pam in there. Next one, we were talking about spicy. You need to make it spicy as well, right? What is spicy? What do you do to make it spicy?
Chili.
Put just chilies in there. And what kind of chilies? Is any kind of chilies you like, your favorite chilies. Why I'm saying that? My favorite one is Kashmiri chilies. What is Kashmiri chilies? It's grown in Kashmir, northern part of India. And it wasn't available around here but I was connoisseur. I'm going to talk about the chilies a little bit more as I go along. So it's my favorite, very close to my heart. It wasn't available here, we started importing it. So that's the only kind of chilies I use in my cooking. It's called Kashmiri chilies. So for some people, a connoisseur for chilies, I packed for you guys that one too. If another place somebody wants to buy it, it's available for you too. But use it what you have in your cabinet. Cayenne or wherever you have in your cabinet, just use one you have, unless you're really a connoisseur like me. So, a little bit of hot chilies. How much? It's your call, as much you can handle. I'm going to go one step further, which is not in your recipe again. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add some chopped green chilies as well. Why I'm adding some chopped green chilies in there to give a heat, of course. Heat, I could have added increase in quantities of red chilies as well. but I did little bit chopped green chilies in there because when I'm going to eat, I'm going to bite into it. So it's going to give me heat and the taste as well. It's going to give me both. You can add it up, you can skip it, or you can grind it, you can make paste out of it, or totally skip it. It's always your call. Okay. Next one is, of course, a little bit of salt to season it. And next one is another important thing in this one. I usually add a little bit of a baking soda to it. Baking soda, you can use baking powder too. Baking soda, I more prefer. Very, very, very small quantities, only like just a tip of my my spoon. That's it. Very little. Why? What this baking soda is going to do, it's going to make my pakoras a little bit more fluffier. So if I don't use it, anything wrong with it? Nothing wrong with it. It might not be as fluffy. So that's the only reason. But if you, by mistake, you put too much in there, a little extra in there, what's going to happen? It's going to be, instead of making fluffy, it's going to start splattering. Your batter is now going to stick to your pakoras. So if you think you're doing it, how come my batter is not sticking to my pakoras? It's too much baking powder. Or if you cannot handle it, skip it. No big deal. It might not be as fluffy, but it will be still okay. Okay? Another one more secret cooking tip right here, which is not in your recipe again. Okay? What you do, anytime you're doing any kind of deep frying, and you want to make your extra crispy, what would you do? In order to do your extra crispy to your dish, you know what you need to do?
Club soda?
Say again?
Club soda?
Club soda? No. Club soda is not going to do anything. I haven't tried that one. I've seen people using club soda, even using Eno in there too. I don't know why. I never used it, so I cannot comment on that one. But I do. I add a little bit of oil to it. About 1.5 teaspoon oil in there. That's going to give you a little bit of extra crisp. That's it. All the ingredients are in there. Now I need to make a batter out of it. How to make batter, everybody knows. But I'll tell you today how to make a batter. Thank you. She's smart. Okay. Now her job start. We're going to make a batter. How we need to make a batter? Slowly start adding your water to it. You make your hand like a claw like this and just go in one direction. Either way is fine, or keep switching. Do not do like this or use your two hands making like this. When you're doing like this, you are creating lumps. When you're doing this, you're killing lumps. And this is the method of making a dough. Dough is a big, huge lump. And batter is smooth, liquidy, with no lumps. So that's what you are supposed to do. But if you don't use hand, use whisk or whatever, but I prefer to use my hand. You know why? I like to touch and feel my food. Just go ahead. Yeah. Touch and feel my food so that, it's very, very important. There's one most important ingredient in any kind of dish or any kind of cooking. You know what is that? We all have it. We never put it in there. We're so cheap. You know what is that? Somebody said that? Love. Exactly. We don't put our love in there. She's doing it right now. Exactly. A little bit more. There is one question here. Come on, guys.
Yeah, so in their garam masala, just what are all they putting in there? Like get turmeric in there?
Special blend.
Say again, you guys.
Garam masala.
Yes.
What's inside of it?
What is all the whole bunch of different spices, but no turmeric in there.
There's a
True.
cardamom in it too?
Yes, has cardamom in there. Yeah, cardamom, cloves, mace, cinnamon,
Oh, you did?
aniseeds, cumin, coriander, whole bunch of spices in there. But no turmeric. Turmeric has nothing to do in a garam masala. Turmeric has a different use for those ones. That when you're doing the curries, I'll do it in the next recipe. I'll do it. I'll tell you where exactly turmeric gets used. Okay. Right now, I might not do it because it's contrary. But I'm going to explain that. Okay. Question right